So let's go ahead and open this up. It's the air quality detector, and this is what it's going to look like. Looks pretty simple. You have a USB cord right there, then the actual monitor, and then there is a instruction manual. So let's go ahead and get this started. All right, so there is this stand that you can just flip back, and then that way it will kind of stand up. And right out of the box, let's see if this starts. Maybe I should hold it down a little bit longer. Okay, hold it down a little bit longer. And you can see that the screen instantly comes on. There's a plastic thing on here that I haven't removed yet. So let's show you all the buttons that are there. Then we have all kinds of displays starting. We'll go ahead and remove that so it's easier to see. So before I start explaining what all these things are, I'll show you the manual. This is what it's showing that it's going to be measuring. You have formaldehyde, VOCs, particulate matter, carbon dioxide. You do have some of this information. I'm not going to read all of this to you, but what I am going to show you is that there is a lot more details back here. And then instantly, some of the stuff that it says is that before you start looking at the formaldehyde levels, be sure that you have it on at least 2 minutes. And then it gives you some specifics about testing formaldehyde and things like that. You have a reference table. So I will show you what's going on as far as the calculations that it is doing right now. All right, so let's explain what all of these readings are on this monitor. Now, these 2 ports right back here is how the airflow is going in and how the air quality is being detected. So on the screen, this one is going to be HCHO. You can't really see that red right there, but that is formaldehyde. So that definitely is not something that you want to be very high. Next up is TVOC, that is total volatile organic compounds. Now we tend to think as VOCs as only being bad. They actually are just compounds that are in the air. They can be bad or good, and I'm going to explain that or show you an example of that really quickly in a moment. Now underneath you have PM 2.5. This is particulates in the air, and those are especially troublesome because those can be from combustion. Think tobacco smoke and cooking, when you're burning candles, fireplaces. They have a width of 2.5 microns, so those are really, really tiny, and those can lodge deep into your lungs, so that's why you do not want that number to be high. Now coming on down here is PM10. That is going to be the larger particulates. Again, no particulates in the air are good, but those are going to be larger ones that your body might be able to let's say maybe handle a little bit differently, because those are going to have eye and nose and throat irritation. Those are just going to be things like dust that's going to irritate your body. And then you have carbon dioxide down here. So those are all of the things that are being measured. Now, like I said, not all TVOCs are going to be bad. So right now mine is showing a yellow, and that is because I have an essential oil diffuser on right now. Essential oils are not bad, but they do produce VOCs. I mean, it's kind of, people don't really realize that, but that is true. So let's take a walk, and I will bring this over by the diffuser. So these are the numbers now, and as I walk through the house, this is what is showing. Now, as I'm getting closer to this diffuser, it is showing that lower yellow level. So let me put the monitors right over the diffuser, and you can see that the numbers are going to start going up. And now we're into the red level. And now we're in like super high red level. So yeah, so you have the particulate matters, which are very small, obviously 2.5, and that number is rising. The total VOCs is rising. So I'm not really worried about this because I know what is causing these really high numbers. You can see that they're going down as I'm getting kind of further away. Let's do that again. So again, just because numbers are high doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that might be problematic. And that's the challenge, is that when you are looking at numbers that are high, you want to know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. In this case, the essential oil diffuser, I'm not worried about. I know why that number is going high. I do have a way of testing what those particulates are in your home and in your air. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Not only can that say what your indoor air quality is, but it will tell you what is causing those problems in the indoor air quality. And as you can see, as I'm walking away from that essential oil diffuser, that total VOC level is dropping. Let's bring it back to where I was before. Give it a moment to kind of recalibrate, and we'll see again. See, it continues to drop. So this is why you really want to know what is making up the problems. And like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description below if you are concerned that you can test and see what particulates are in the air. So do I recommend this system? I mean, if you want to know what quality your indoor air is, this obviously is a very easy to see solution, and you can see it's going back to that upper level of the yellow. Might go back to the green while we're sitting here. It's just is not going to tell you what is causing it. And so if you're not bringing new things into your home, it's probably, you know, it's like, if it's just going to stay that way, then, I mean, it's good to know what your indoor air quality is. I think you kind of want to know, like, if you're bringing new things into your home, being able to know what is causing any spikes or dips. So again, that is this air quality detector. I'll put a link in the description below. If you've ever used something like this or one like this, let me know your suggestions, your comments, and which one you think works best.